Step, step, and go. Step. Step and go. That's it. Go ahead, big guy. Man, that's what it looks like. Well, Kodayashi Bra, I think this is a fundamental foot sweep everybody should know, no matter what fighting sport you do. Again, we'll stay with the two-step movement. All right. Now, what we don't want to do is a lot of bobbing, and we want to stay good posture up. An old friend of mine, Harry Parker, once told me great advice many, many years ago. Lead with your hips. Okay, lead with your hips. Okay. If I'm bent over, I can't do this. I'm out of posture. My posture's already broken. I can't do it well. So hips in there, but don't make them exaggerated. And also, don't try to use your hands at this point. We don't need the hands yet. The movement will throw him. My hands are literally, basically holding on to him to control him, so when my movement throws him, I will take him to the ground. Don't try to pick him up or crunch him or anything. Keep your hands, they just hook to each other, okay? Now, let's speed it up. We're a little faster. Remember, the faster you go, the easier you throw. It's really corny, poetry, but it works. So they're going to step up the tempo. They're not going to try to throw each other yet. Step up the tempo. Fast down, fast back. Fast down, fast back. See that movement? Because what we're doing now, the movement will create the throw and create the posture break, create the balance of breaking the balance. We're good, okay? Let's go down and back several times. Speed it up at this point, okay? Let's go. Rip, step, step, and go. Step. One thing I do in a two-step, we want to get to a one-step and hit, but right now we're doing a two-step and hit, okay? Now let's look at what Mike does. Mike's the thrower. Okay, he's a half step behind Eric. Hands are about a hand length from the body, the hips, okay? Good straight posture, all right? Good kumikata, normal grip, lapel sleeve. Now, that's the standard. As you get better, you'll have all kinds of different grips, but right now let's start with the basis. Here we go. Now, what Mike's going to do, when he steps, he's going to swing his foot, and just pretend you've done a step, and put his foot right there. And Eric is going to be a good partner because what Mike wants to do, come on back, do it again, that was perfect. He's going to swing, and see, he's going to put his bottom of his foot, let me actually get over here so I can talk to you. Yeah, you're doing great, it's just me. Bring your feet together. See, I want my foot here, like that. I want to wrap my foot around his ankle, okay? All right? I don't want to club it. Don't kick him. You want to wrap and sweep. See that? It's a controlling movement. This is a skill you should practice a lot. I still in my weight room, I still practice my foot sweeps as a warm-up. And because the reason I know it's a good skill, So, boom. See, you want to wrap that around there, like your hand wrapping around his ankle. That's very important. Now, what he did was very fundamentally important. Instead of swing it through like you shouldn't do. Don't do that. It's easier on you, but it doesn't help me learn the skill very well. I want to drive his ankles together like I'm nailing them together, okay? So when I do this, I bring them together, boom, like that. Because I want to knock his ankles together because I will upend him. And don't worry about using your hands yet. You don't need to pick him up and lift him or drive him down. The hands hold your body to his body, okay? So when I step and I sweep, I'm still just holding on. The movement and the foot sweep and his feet knocking together cause him to fall. So don't try to pick him up or push him down. Just control him with your hands. And when you do throw him, hold both hands so you can land so you can do a good break fall. And we're going to show now also, when you do the foot sweep, you don't want to bend your leg, you want to sweep. It has to be a straight sweep. And to help you achieve that is when you actually sweep. So I'll do my step, and then see how that foot went out? That opens my hips. If I stood this way, I might have to, I can't move now I can swing my hips through. That opens my hips to allow my hips to swing through. So that's a skill we want to do that too. We're going to be doing that here. So now, and you'll watch Mike, he does this, he's done thousands of these. He's going to step, step, and sweep. Step, step, sweep. Boom. Nice control. That's good technique. That's good skill. Okay, let's look at it one more time. Watch how he opened his foot as he stepped. See that? Nice sliding, Kodayashi Brai. Sliding foot sweep. Now, did he pick him up and lift him like King Kong? Didn't need to. He broke his balance through movement, and he broke his posture through movement, and that's how he controlled and got the throw. One more time, let's take a look. Grip, grip, step, step, and go. Step. One thing I'd say final, which was done very well there, is that he controlled the tempo or the pace of the movement. How fast do you move them? I didn't do a club. Remember, the faster you go, the easier you throw. Okay? Don't do it so fast you don't have skill, but work it. Eventually, you'll be able. We will be able to work one step and hit in a moment, and you'll see you can do that. So get this down: 2 steps and go. You get this, 1 step will be right next. Okay? Let's practice that for a while. Take some throws.
Thank you.
Good. Step and go. That's it. Again, fast. Okay, so we've done it 2 steps. We did step, step, sweep. Okay, now if you find somebody that's willing to go 2 steps with you, and that's a rarity. Nobody's going to take more than 1 step. But you would be amazed. Well, he'll never even take 1 step with me. You'd be amazed. Once you lock on and you step, well, they want to be in front of you because they want to fight you, right? They're going to step with you. It's a natural inclination of, all of us. So as you be grabbing here, and now 1 step really does work quite often. So so we're going to have a step and sweep. Now, watch Mike when he does the step and sweep. Okay, when he steps, as he steps, this opens up. Don't make a big deal out of it. Just open it up. Because why? Because he wants to get maximum swing with that hip through. And again, he's not kicking. He's stepping and he's sweeping through. So he wants to sweep that hip all the way through like it's a golf club. Okay? That's what he wants to do. Go ahead, step and sweep. That's what we're looking for. Grab and throw. And that's it. Then it would be Eric's turn back and forth. But let's look at Mike do it again. But let's look. Half step behind, right? Hips pretty close. Posture good. They're not all tense or fighting. It's a good grip. Mike is just holding on to Eric. He's not trying to lift him. Okay? He's just, the hand action is real simple. It's a natural. A lot of people exaggerate the hand action, in my opinion. If that works for them, fine. I know for my guys and for me, I've always held on and let the movement do the work. I'm kind of lazy, maybe, okay? But I think it works pretty good, too. So if I try to lift, I may be kind of counterproductive to what I want to do because it stops the movement. Now I've lost all kinetic energy sideways, and I picked it up. And I've kind of screwed up myself. So that's why you just hold on and let the movement do the work. So he's going to step and throw. Go ahead, again. Man, that's what it looks like. Well, Kodayashi Brai, I think this is a fundamental foot sweep everybody should know, no matter what fighting sport you do. Okay, I've had police officers tell me they've used this throw, and with assailants or subjects they were had to arrest. And, like in combat type boots and heavy clothing, you can do it in any position. Okay, let's get it one more time, then I'll have you do it. Step and go. That's it. Again, fast, quick pace. You know what's that? All right. Mike could do 1, Eric could do 1. Let's do 10 each. All right? Hold on. Don't let go. Hold on all the way down.